Success is not an accident. It doesn't just happen to a lucky few while the rest watch from the sidelines. It is not something you stumble upon or something that suddenly appears in your life like magic. No. Success is the result of consistent effort, intentional habits, and disciplined action day in and day out. If you look at anyone who has achieved greatness, you will see a common thread. They committed to the process of success long before they saw the results. They didn't wake up one day at the top of their field. They built their success brick by brick, moment by moment, with relentless discipline. The myth of overnight success. Many people believe in the myth of overnight success. They look at a successful entrepreneur, athlete, or artist and assume that their success came quickly or easily. But if you dig deeper, you'll find that behind every overnight success are years, sometimes decades of consistent effort. Think of a world-class athlete. We see them win medals, break records, and dominate their sport. But what we don't see are the thousands of early mornings, the grueling training sessions, the sacrifices they made to get there. We don't see the days they trained when no one was watching, the discipline they showed in their diet, sleep, and mindset. The same is true for business leaders, artists, and anyone who has achieved mastery in their field. The discipline of daily improvement is what separates those who dream of success from those who actually achieve it. The power of small, consistent actions. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that success comes from one big action, a single breakthrough, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The truth is, success is built through small, consistent actions taken every single day. Consider a person who wants to get in shape. If they go to the gym once and expect immediate results, they will be disappointed. But if they commit to working out every day, even if it's just for 30 minutes, over time, they will see transformation. Success works the same way. Whether it's in business, personal development, health, or relationships, the small things you do daily accumulate over time. It's not about making a massive change overnight. It's about making small improvements consistently. If you read just 10 pages of a book every day, by the end of the year, you will have read 3,650 pages, the equivalent of 10-15 books. If you invest $10 a day, that small habit will compound into thousands over time. If you spend just 15 minutes a day learning a new skill, in a year you will have spent over 90 hours mastering it. Small actions, repeated consistently, lead to massive results. That is the power of daily discipline. Discipline over motivation. Many people rely on motivation to take action. They wait until they feel inspired to work hard, to go after their goals, to make progress. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. Some days you feel motivated and some days you don't. If you rely on motivation, you will never be consistent enough to achieve real success. Discipline, on the other hand, is reliable. It doesn't depend on how you feel. It doesn't matter if you are tired, unmotivated, or uninspired. When you have discipline, you show up anyway. Successful people don't always feel like working hard. They don't always feel like waking up early, putting in the extra effort, or pushing through obstacles. But they do it anyway. They train themselves to act regardless of how they feel. That is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The disciplined person does what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. Daily routines shape your future. Your daily habits determine your destiny. The way you start your day, the way you use your time, the choices you make, all of these things create the future you are moving toward. If you wake up every morning and waste the first few hours scrolling through social media, hitting snooze, and procrastinating, your results will reflect that. But if you start each day with intentional actions, reading, exercising, setting goals, taking action, you will set yourself up for success. Successful people have structured daily routines that reinforce their goals. They don't leave their success to chance. They plan their days, they protect their time, and they make sure their habits align with their ambitions. If you want to be successful, take a look at your daily routine. Is it moving you closer to your goals, or is it holding you back? Are you disciplined with your time, Or are you letting distractions dictate your day? The cost of indiscipline. Just as daily discipline leads to success, daily indiscipline leads to failure. The problem is the results of indiscipline are not immediate. They accumulate over time. Skipping one workout won't make you unhealthy, but skipping workouts for months will. Spending a little more than you earn once won't destroy your finances, but if you do it repeatedly, you will find yourself drowning in debt. Every decision you make either brings you closer to success or pulls you further away from it. Discipline is hard in the moment, but the pain of regret is far worse. Success is built in the ordinary moments. Many people think that success comes from dramatic moments, big decisions, major turning points, but in reality, success is built in the ordinary moments of life. It's in the decision to wake up early and work on your goals. It's in the choice to read instead of watching mindless TV. It's in the discipline to keep going even when progress is slow. These moments may seem small, but they add up. The person who is disciplined in the small things will be successful in the big things. Final thoughts on success as a daily discipline. Success isn't about luck, talent, or even intelligence. It's about discipline. It's about showing up every single day, doing the work, and staying consistent even when you don't see immediate results. If you want to be successful, forget about waiting for the perfect opportunity. Forget about waiting for motivation. Start where you are, with what you have, and commit to daily discipline. Because success is not something you find, it is something you create through your habits, your actions, and your mindset every single day. Your mind is a battlefield, and the words you tell yourself every day determine whether you win or lose. Self-talk is not just a passing thought or inner dialogue. It is the foundation of how you see yourself, how you act, and ultimately what you achieve in life. Every single day, from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed, your mind is constantly speaking. The real question is, what is it saying? Is your self-talk empowering or is it destructive? Are you feeding your mind words of confidence, strength, and determination? Or are you filling it with doubt, negativity, and fear? The words you speak to yourself, whether consciously or unconsciously, shape your entire reality. Your mind believes what you tell it. One of the most powerful truths about the human brain is that it believes what you repeatedly tell it. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, or I don't have what it takes, your mind will accept those statements as facts. On the other hand, if you tell yourself, I am capable, I am strong, and I can handle anything, your brain will begin to believe it, and your actions will reflect that belief. Your mind is like a fertile field. Whatever you plant in it, whether seeds of confidence or seeds of doubt, will grow. If you plant thoughts of strength, courage, and determination, that is exactly what will flourish. But if you plant thoughts of fear, insecurity, and self-sabotage, that is what will take over. The hidden dangers of negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is one of the most damaging habits a person can develop. The worst part, most people don't even realize they are doing it. It starts small. I always mess things up. I'm not smart enough to figure this out. I'll never be as good as them. At first, these thoughts may seem harmless, but over time, they begin to shape your identity. What starts as a simple doubt turns into a deep-rooted belief. Before you know it, you are living your life based on self-imposed limitations that exist only because of the words you repeatedly told yourself. Negative self-talk destroys confidence, it creates fear, procrastination, and indecision. It makes challenges seem bigger than they are and success feel further than it is. The longer you allow it to take hold, the harder it becomes to break free from its grip. The science behind self-talk. Self-talk is not just a motivational concept. It is backed by science. Studies in neuroscience show that the words you use have a direct impact on your brain's wiring. When you engage in positive self-talk, your brain releases chemicals that reinforce confidence, reduce stress. On the other hand, when you engage in negative self-talk, your brain triggers stress responses that increase anxiety, lower performance, and weaken your ability to handle challenges. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers across all fields use self-talk as a tool to optimize their performance. Why? Because they understand that their thoughts drive their actions. They train their minds to repeat empowering statements until those statements become their reality. Rewiring your mind for positive self-talk. The good news is that just as negative self-talk is learned, positive self-talk can also be learned. It takes conscious effort, but with consistency, you can rewire your mind to speak to yourself in a way that builds confidence, fuels motivation, and unlocks your full potential. 1. Become aware of your self-talk. Most people go through life unaware of the constant dialogue happening in their minds. The first step to changing your self-talk is to become aware of it. Pay attention to the words you use when you talk to yourself. Are they uplifting or are they tearing you down? Start by writing down common phrases you say to yourself throughout the day. If you notice negative patterns, make a conscious decision to change them. 2. Replace negative words with empowering ones. Every time you catch yourself saying something negative, replace it with a positive alternative. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I am learning and I will figure it out." Instead of saying, "I always fail," say, "Every setback is a lesson that makes me stronger." This simple shift in language may seem small, but over time, it transforms the way you see yourself and the way you approach challenges. 3. Use affirmations daily. Affirmations are powerful statements that reinforce positive beliefs. The key is repetition. Just like negative self-talk can program your mind for failure, affirmations can program your mind for success. Every morning, look in the mirror and repeat statements like, "I am confident and capable. I have everything I need to succeed. I am strong and I can overcome any challenge." Say these words with conviction. The more you repeat them, the more they will become embedded in your subconscious. 4. Visualize success. Self-talk isn't just about words, it's about the images you create in your mind. If you constantly see yourself failing, struggling, or giving up, that is exactly what will manifest in your life. Instead, visualize yourself succeeding. See yourself achieving your goals, handling challenges with confidence, and thriving in every situation. The more you do this, the more your brain will accept success as your reality. 5. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment plays a big role in shaping your self-talk. If you are constantly around negative people who doubt you, criticize you, or bring you down, it will be difficult to maintain positive self-talk. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, encourage you, and believe in your potential. Read books, listen to podcasts, and consume content that reinforces confidence and growth. 6. Turn challenges into growth opportunities. Every person faces difficulties. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they talk to themselves during tough times. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is an opportunity for growth." Instead of saying, "I'll never get through this," say, "I have overcome challenges before, and I will overcome this too." Your words shape your resilience. The stronger your self-talk, the stronger your ability to push through obstacles. Final thoughts on the power of self-talk. The words you speak to yourself every day are creating your future. They are determining what you believe is possible, how you handle challenges, and whether you reach your full potential. If you want to change your life, start by changing your self-talk. Because the truth is, what you say to yourself is what you will become. Growth does not happen by accident. No one wakes up one morning suddenly smarter, stronger, or more successful than they were the day before. Real, lasting growth is the result of intentional effort. Small, consistent actions taken over time with a clear purpose. Many people go through life hoping they will improve, waiting for opportunities, and assuming that time alone will make them better. But time, by itself, does nothing. Growth is not automatic. It is not something that just happens as you get older. It is something you must actively pursue. The difference between those who continuously improve and those who remain stuck is intention. Those who grow set clear goals, seek out challenges, and push themselves beyond their comfort zones. They don't wait for change to come, they create it. Why intentional growth matters. Think about a plant. If you leave a plant in the wrong environment, without sunlight, without water, without proper care, it doesn't grow, it withers. Human potential works the same way. If you are not deliberately working on your personal growth, you are not standing still, you are falling behind. The world moves forward with or without you. New skills emerge, new ideas develop, and the opportunities of tomorrow require people who are prepared for them. Intentional growth is what separates those who adapt and thrive from those who stay stagnant. It is what allows you to consistently become a better version of yourself, not just for today, but for the future. Growth requires a decision. Most people want to grow, but few people decide to grow. There is a difference between wishing for improvement and committing to it. Growth requires making a choice, a conscious decision that you will push yourself, learn, and improve, no matter what. It requires answering these questions. What areas of my life need improvement? What skills do I need to develop? What actions am I willing to take every day to grow? If you are not clear about what you want to improve, growth becomes random. And random growth leads to random results. The people who achieve the most in life do so because they have a plan for their growth. They don't just hope to get better. They create a roadmap, set specific goals, and take deliberate steps every single day. The mindset of growth. Your mindset determines whether you grow or stay the same. Some people have what is called a fixed mindset. They believe that intelligence, talent, and ability are set in stone. They think that people are either born smart or not, skilled or not, successful or not. Because of this, they never push themselves. Other people have a growth mindset. They believe that ability can be developed. They understand that success is not about what you are born with, but about what you work for. These people actively seek out challenges, embrace failure as a learning tool, and consistently push themselves to improve. If you want to grow intentionally, you must adopt a growth mindset. You must believe that no matter where you are today, you can become better. The role of daily habits. Growth is not about making one big change all at once. It is about the small daily habits that add up over time. Reading, knowledge is fuel for growth. Even just 10 pages of a book a day can transform your mindset over time. Journaling, writing down your thoughts, goals, and lessons helps you reflect and improve. Seeking feedback. You can't grow if you don't know where you need improvement. Learn to ask for constructive criticism. Challenging yourself. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. Every time you push yourself beyond what feels easy, you are expanding your potential. Taking action. Learning is useless without action. Growth happens when you apply what you've learned. The key is consistency. It's not about doing something big once. It's about small, intentional actions repeated over time. Growth requires discomfort. One of the biggest reasons people don't grow is that growth is uncomfortable. It forces you to confront weaknesses, challenge old habits, and step into unfamiliar situations. Most people avoid discomfort. They stick to what feels safe, what is easy, and what they already know. But growth only happens on the other side of discomfort. Think of building muscle. If you only lift weights that are easy, your muscles will never grow. They grow when they are pushed beyond their current limits. The same is true for personal growth. If you only do what is comfortable, you will never reach your full potential. You must be willing to make mistakes and learn from them. Face challenges instead of avoiding them. Try new things, even if you feel unsure. Accept criticism and use it to improve. Growth is not easy, but it is worth it. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. One of the fastest ways to accelerate your growth is to surround yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. If you spend time with people who are constantly learning, improving, and pushing themselves, you will naturally do the same. Their mindset, their habits, and their drive will influence you. On the other hand, if you are always around people who complain, make excuses, and stay stagnant, their mindset will hold you back. Ask yourself, who are the 5 people I spend the most time with? Are they pushing me to be better or keeping me in my comfort zone? If you want to grow, seek out mentors, coaches, and friends who are committed to improvement. Measure your growth. What gets measured gets improved. If you are serious about growth, you need a way to track your progress. Set clear goals. What skills do you want to develop? What books will you read? What actions will you take daily? Then review your progress regularly. Are you improving? If not, adjust your approach. Growth is not about perfection. It's about continuous improvement. Intentional growth is a lifelong process. Growth is not a one-time event. It is a lifelong process. No matter how much you have achieved, there is always more to learn, more to improve, and more ways to push your potential further. The key is to stay intentional, to wake up every day with a commitment to becoming just a little better than you were yesterday. Because in the end, success is not about where you start, it is about whether you choose to grow. The future is not something that arrives suddenly one day, fully formed and unchangeable. It is something that is being built right now, in this very moment, with every choice you make. Whether you realize it or not, you are shaping your future today. Many people live as if the future is something distant, something that will come later, something that will just happen to them. They put off their goals, delay their dreams, and assume that they will start someday. But someday is not a day on the calendar. The only time you truly have control over is today. The decisions you make today, the habits you form, the risks you take, the work you put in will determine where you end up tomorrow. The people who succeed in life are the ones who understand that every single day matters. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait for motivation to strike. And they don't wait for opportunities to come knocking. They create their future by acting today. The power of small decisions. Most people think of the future in terms of big moments. Graduating, getting a promotion, launching a business, achieving a lifelong dream. But the truth is, the future is built on small, daily decisions that seem insignificant at the time, but add up over months and years. Think about this. If you read 10 pages of a book every day, in a year, you will have read over 3,600 pages. More than 10 full books. If you exercise for 30 minutes every day, in a year, you will have worked out for over 180 hours. If you save a small amount of money every month, over time, that small habit will turn into significant financial security. On the flip side, if you skip the small things, if you say, I'll start tomorrow every day, those decisions also add up. Skipping the gym once might not seem like a big deal, but skipping it for weeks or months, that turns into a lifestyle. Procrastinating on a project for a day might not seem like much, but doing it repeatedly builds a habit of avoidance. This is why your future is not created in one big moment. It is built through the small, consistent actions you take every single day. Waiting is the enemy of progress. One of the biggest reasons people don't take action is that they believe they are not ready. They tell themselves, I'll start when I have more time. I'll go for that opportunity when I'm more confident. I'll take that risk when I have more experience. But here's the truth. You will never feel 100% ready. No one starts out feeling fully prepared for success. The people who accomplish great things in life are not necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They are the ones who take action despite their fears, despite their doubts, despite their imperfections. If you wait until you feel completely ready, you will be waiting forever. Growth comes from action. Confidence comes from doing. Experience comes from trying, failing, and learning. Your future does not begin when everything is perfect. It begins the moment you decide to start. The compounding effect of effort. One of the most powerful forces in life is compound growth. The idea that small efforts, repeated over time, lead to massive results. Imagine planting a seed. On the first day, it looks like nothing is happening. The next day, still nothing. A week later, no visible progress. This is how success works. The early days often feel frustrating. You might not see immediate results. It might feel like your effort is going unnoticed. But just because you can't see the progress doesn't mean it's not happening. Every small effort you make today, learning a new skill, improving your mindset, working toward your goals, is building a foundation for the future. The key is to keep going even when the results are not yet visible. Your habits determine your future. If you want to know what your future will look like, look at your daily habits. What do you do first thing in the morning? How do you spend your free time? What kind of thoughts do you feed your mind? Do you make excuses or do you take action? Your habits shape your identity and your identity shapes your destiny. If you want a successful future, you need to start building the habits of a successful person today. Small changes lead to big transformations. If you improve by just 1% every day, that may not seem like much, but over a year, that small improvement compounds into massive growth. The importance of taking responsibility. Many people go through life blaming their circumstances. They say, I would be successful if I had better opportunities. I would be in better shape if I had more time. I would chase my dreams if I had more support. But the truth is, your future is in your hands. Yes, external factors can make things easier or harder, but at the end of the day, your actions determine your destiny. Successful people take ownership of their lives. They don't wait for the perfect conditions. They work with what they have. They make the best of their circumstances. They understand that even if things are not ideal right now, they still have the power to shape their future through effort, discipline, and perseverance. If you want a better future, you must take full responsibility for where you are today and where you are going. No one else will do it for you. Your future starts with a decision. Success does not happen accidentally. It happens when you decide that you are going to do whatever it takes to create the future you want. It happens when you stop making excuses, stop waiting for the right time, and start taking action, even if it's just a small step today. Your future is not something that will magically appear one day. It is something that is being shaped right now, in this moment, by the choices you make. The question is, what choices will you make today?